We have an exit point, sir. We have an exit point.
Happy days!
Did he just say that?
Yes.
Holy mackerel! Exhilarating!
Yes, sir. That answered my question.
What was the question?
Remember the other day I said, if you don't really live near a beach, you don't really need these.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I guess I'm going the deep way. Someone carved it up.
Welcome to the Ashburton. I'm Ronnie Dahl, and this is our epic adventure throughout the heart of the Pilbara, from the coast to the centre of the Hamersley Ranges.
Morning, guys. This place is like a giant painting. Everywhere you look, there's something going on. The light is shifting right now on the rock. It's about to rise behind us, just lighting everything up. Just everywhere we've gone here, just something to look at. Water's been awesome. Yeah, wicked campsite, but we've got to move on now. So we're going to have a quick brekkie, hightail it out of here, and we're going to be off to Panna Gorge. Tough task to outshine this place, but we'll see what happens. Now you're recording. Please stop. We took a detour this morning down another track we saw yesterday, and just takes you down to a big body of water.
Fair bit of water in it too.
Yeah, it was a fair bit. And now we're heading back out like we were supposed to at the start of the day. But while I'm not driving and Dylan's taking the wheel, how are you feeling the Hilux has been going? Because you have driven it a couple of times during this whole time we've been up in the Pilbara.
Yeah. It's nice. It's very comfy. Steering's nice and light.
You mentioned that earlier, the steering's really light.
It is. Even the trailer, and I honestly haven't really noticed the trailer. I have to keep checking it's still there.
Yeah, well, you've only driven this while the trailer's been on, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm not used to it without it.
Okay, well you wait till there's no trailer.
Even better, you reckon?
Oh, it's just so light, so nimble.
Yeah.
So nimble.
It does have that feel about it.
Yeah, and you've driven my 70 in specific.
Yep.
Which one would you rather drive out here?
The 70's definitely more fun to drive.
Yep.
changing gears, that power obviously with the tune.
And the noise.
Yep. But,
All the noises are moving around.
yeah,
Bigger
Yep.
tyres.
bigger tyres, yep. But no, this is it's a very nice place to be off-road.
It is.
I don't mind it.
Man, IFS so comfy, eh?
Yep, yep.
Ridiculously comfy.
It is. It's game changing.
Right now, I'm experiencing mixed emotions. Sad to leave this beautiful and spectacular place, but at the same time, very excited to see what Panna Gorge has on offer. We've only heard good things about it.
Well, we made it out. The water's actually dropped a little bit since we've been here, so I think we got lucky with the amount of water that we actually had. We're now heading in a direction towards Panna Gorge. We may find something on the way because we got a bit of extra time on our hands, which is good. So you never know what comes up. Let's find out. Yeah. Let's drive off.
About 200 to 300 kilometres later, which in Western Australian terms is just around the corner or just down the road, we made our way to Panna and got some hot tips from some locals about Panna Hill. And it's time for some much needed R&R.
You know what I'm about to do, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Float away downstream. What's up?
Another running.
Woohoo!
There is some serious flow in that river. To avoid losing that bodyboard, we're going to get a little bit creative.
Reckon more in?
Well, you want it tight, don't you? I'll lose my shorts here.
Now I didn't realise Ronnie wanted to actually hang off my winch, right? Even though I've got an aftermarket handbrake and it's in gear, he's a bit overweight, so we're going to double check it just to make sure.
We've been invited to join the locals for some food and drinks at the Panna Sports Club. So we'll catch you guys in the morning back at camp, if we can get out.
How you got, Bog? Into it then. Max facts.
Hey Jessa, that answered my question.
What was the question?
Remember the other day I said, if you don't really live near a beach, you don't really need these.
Oh yeah, there you
Come
go.
on.
I guess I'm going the deep way. Someone carved it up.
Morning. We're back at our camp spot now. So we went to the sports club last night, caught up with some locals. Nice, friendly people. They gave us a lot of directions to various spots around here, like local spots to check out. One of them is Panna Gorge, which we're already going to go to. So we got some good information on that. They reckon that we probably won't be able to cross this river because it's still flowing hard, and this is the same river that goes to Panna Gorge. Probably crossing the river a number of times. But if there's anything like this, it's going to be pretty damn epic.
All is left to do now is wake up this hibernating bear. And of course, get out of Panna Hill without getting bollocked this time.
Just left Panna. What an awesome little town, and the river that we've been swimming in for the last day, we spent a night camped up on the river's edge. That was absolutely beautiful. Now, I found out some info last night that was the first time that river has run in over 7 years, so I reckon the townspeople would be pretty excited to get down there and have some play in that rushing water. So we were really lucky to hit it at that time. That was awesome.
Oh, Torbs, low clearance. That does look pretty low.
It does.
That is low, alright. Very low.
Hopefully it's deceiving.
I was a bit concerned from the track further up because it looked a lot smaller, but now we're next to it. I think we'll be all good. Antennas are down. I think Torbs might be the only one that might have to remove his max tracks from the roof because he's that little bit more high than the rest of us.
There's plenty of room. Darkening.
Oh yeah. That's all good.
I've never seen 70.
Torben's antennas were just too high. They wouldn't lean back, they wouldn't lean forward, they would get jammed straight up.
You good? Stop rocking me! Ah. Oh, that's close, man.
That's a tight fit. Super tight fit.
But,
That was unsafe. Shouldn't be standing on the front of the car.
oh yeah.
100%. Someone will say it.
Controversy.
Oh yeah.
Bring it on.
Bloody strong mount, eh?
this is where the real challenge begins. Also, the fun. Finding our way through this. And this is what the locals warned us about. Navigating our way through all of this shrub and trying to find where we can cross the river. Ever since the river started flowing again, everything has changed.
Another thing I'd highly recommend is when you're driving through these water plains, river crossings, I know they're all a part of the track, but just keep an eye out for wildlife because they hide in the little shallow waters and you don't want to run over anything, so we're always keeping our eyes out.
Torb spotted a long-necked turtle. We're about to cross the river here and follow the track, so we'll keep an eye out for these little fellas as we're driving through. He's just chilling at the moment. He's pretty calm actually, doesn't mind us being up close. But I'll get out of his way soon, and if he doesn't move, we'll have to just splash a bit of water around. Hopefully he'll take off down the stream. Hey buddy, he's looking at me.
At the moment we're driving around in circles trying to find the main body of water, or the track heading to it anyway, and we're not having much luck because the recent rains had washed away all the tracks. No, that's a negative on this track as well.
Roger that.
Well, back to the tee we go.
Did it just end up at the river?
No, it just ended up in the middle of a lot of shrub. So we've all been scouting around for a while now, and I noticed some faint imprints heading across some rocks and through a bit of a deep pool. So I thought I would scoot down there and have a look, and it looks like we might be back on track. So sometimes it just pays to just stop and have a look around and just see if you can see anything out of the ordinary, like someone's driven it recently or anything like that, and sometimes it just jumps out in your face. Well, in this case it looks like we're lucky enough.
Well, well, well. Let's go for a walk. This looks deep. More worried about the cart and the trailer. It looks like we've picked up a promising trail through here. Torbs has picked up the trail, and I just walked a bit further up. It keeps going up there too, by the way. So I walked it about 200 metres in front of here. Drops in and out of the river, crosses it many times, many little offshoot creeks. So let's keep going. See where it takes us. Hopefully where we want to be. It's in the right direction.
Yeah.
But we've still got that main flow, which I don't believe we'll be able to cross, but we'll see when we get there.
There's a lot of water flowing in the offshoots. So.
Yeah, it is. But there's two main arms going around the edges.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We're going to meet somewhere.
All right, Panna Gorge. Hopefully here we come. We'll go as close as we can. We might find a very nice spot to camp. If that's the case, then we can always walk to Panna Gorge. But getting as close as possible is probably a good idea because there's still a fair way to go. Second gear low, and we are ready to go. Wind shirt, Max Trucks. Wind should take ages. These little river stones, they really just sink your car. Through the deeper sections, all the small stuff's been washed away, so you've got plenty of traction there. I think driving in after 35s might be an issue. At least they're nice and clean.
Yeah. That easier. I reckon they're shinier than they were before.
Probably, eh? We come up to a wide body of water. Torbs and Dylan are just having a walk now. I saw Dylan go up to about here, so we've hit a lot of dead ends, so we're starting to run out of options.
We were searching for a very long time. The deeper we got, the more difficult it seemed to get. Were we ever going to find it? We resulted in using the drone at some stage, but even that gave us a false sense of hope. This was not easy.
Looks like we've got to go back to Mr. Turtle and take the other track.
Hours went by and we finally had a massive breakthrough and a well-deserved break before we continue on. We found the main crossing.
So we're almost there. Panna Gorge, you can see it right there. We have one more river to cross, which is about 200 metres. It's about waist deep for the first car length, and then it goes to about ankle to knee deep for the rest of the way. I was going to unhitch the trailer and make this camp on this side, but because it's pretty shallow the whole way, we're confident we'll just hit it in one hit and then camp on the other side. Otherwise I would leave this here because this is probably the only thing that's been hindering me on this really soft stuff. I can get the Hilux through, but sometimes if the trailer gets hung up a bit, that's when I start digging down, especially when I follow the boys in the 35s as well. But we're nearly there. Just making a bit of a lunch break here, and we're assessing the river crossing and making sure that everyone's comfortable, and then we'll get on the frog and toad.
I've been in some horrible locations in my life. I don't know why anybody thinks this sort of stuff is relaxing. You know? Sitting back in clear water, nature, cheese and crackers. This is living, Barry.
The decision has been made. We're going to make camp here. We've been camping along gorges the whole time. This is a unique situation that I've never been in apart from being at the beach. This is fresh water right here. So we're going to decide to camp right here and then unhitch, maybe even drop all our gear off here, then go to Panna Gorge if we can make it, because we may still have to cross the second river. Both rivers don't actually join here. There's still the other river that's on the other side of us. So we're actually on an island per se. Anyway, we'll unhitch and hit up Panna Gorge, hopefully. Alrighty, we got the camera car across, which you'll see in a minute, and it didn't go too well, but it got across, twin locked, thought it was going down, like I should drive it over personally. So after seeing that, good call we made with the trailer. So I'm just getting this kinetic rope ready for Torbs in case it gets stuck in the deep section. If I get past the deep section, I'll be okay. We can max track this from there and then hopefully get some momentum and speed. Hopefully it's not too much trouble, because if we have too much trouble, we got to come back against the flow. Yeah, I'm questioning a little bit, but I want to get to that gorge and check it out. But I'm so glad I took that trailer off, because there's no way I'd make this with the trailer without probably sinking the car and trailer. Just need to lock it first. On everything, I'm ready. Pressurizing the cab with the aircon.
My only advice is aim that way a bit more as you go in.
Yeah.
To allow for the drags. Even if you go that way a bit, like you did in the cruiser, it does get shallower, so.
Yeah, I feel like going in and then go with it a bit.
Yeah,
I don't want to hit the bank with both wheels.
Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much where you are, there's not much more you can do.
Nope.
Into it.
Into it.
I'll see you on the other side very soon.
Let's hope so.
Yes, I will.
Or I'll see you in my mirrors very soon.
No, you will not. This could be a good shot.
Got it! Yes!
That must have been a good feeling.
Yeah! We put the Luxy down to 13 PSI all around. So much traction. Definitely gave it too much in there, but I wanted that momentum. I wasn't too worried about a bow wave because it was just a car and a half length of deep water. Torbs' rear locker does not work, so I'm on standby. If he needs help, I'm going to reverse all the way up to him. I've got the snatchy or the kinetic rope hooked up to the back onto one of those max track recovery points on the rear. So I'm ready to go and pull him out should he need it. Here he goes. Yeah, he's got it easy.
Holy mackerel! That was awesome! Woo! Ooh. Sweet. We're all stressing over nothing.
Hey, eyes in the sky, how much further till we hit it?
Very soon, man. You're coming up to it very soon, and it's a straight path.
Sweet. Can't believe we actually made it. There's a few here, look at this one. Jenga! Oh no, not Jenga. Yahtzee. So there it is, Panna Gorge. Hell of a trek to get there. I think a number of times we didn't think we'd make it here. Just another beautiful gorge on our big trip up here in the Ashburton Shire, in the Pilbara. This one in particular is a bit different, with just the odd white gum on the gorge. It's definitely a unique feature for this one. We're gonna head back to camp soon. So our travels aren't over yet because we have to get across that deep crossing again against the current. I think we'll be okay, but there's still a little bit of doubt that we'll get across without any trouble. So we'll see how we go. Time to head back across. I have rear locker on. Let's do this. With it. Oh, how was it?
Exhilarating. Now I might need to dry my hair filter out because I think I went a little bit deep.
What a day. And we're at camp in the daytime. Hey boys. Proper daylight. Not just in, well before. I'm down to my last 3 beers, so our trip is nearly over. Today was an awesome day. I really didn't think that we would actually get there because of all the locals were saying that it's pretty much impossible to get there. They were right about how soft the track is through the riverbed there, but it just proves that tyre pressures are so vital even on rocks. That was the difference between us getting on the other side and not. So as I mentioned earlier, the camera car we thought was on 25 psi, was in fact on 27 psi, just made it, and that put doubt in everyone's mind. And then once we've got the Hilux down to 13 psi, gone through. Water in the tub, we're good. No water in the tub, no water in the cab, water all the way up the windscreen. Hey Torbs, how much water do you get in yours? So yeah, Torbs copped a bit through the aircon, about a cup. All right, let's set up for a good night near Panna Gorge. Well, that's that last view of Panna Gorge. So we almost completed our full circuit within the Shire of Ashburton, the heart of the Pilbara. Panna Gorge, time to say goodbye. It's been an absolute thrill ride through this whole river system here, just to get here. And we've noticed this morning that the water levels actually dropped a bit, the flow's starting to slow down. So I think we got the best of the best. We got so lucky. It's been 8 years since they had this amount of rain to bring this river back into full swing. Look, they did have a bit of rain last year, but it only lasted a couple of weeks. So we've been real lucky so far on this trip. All right, boys, whenever you're ready. G'day guys, I'm back here in wintry Perth now. We're away from the heat up in the Pilbara. Now, this may have been the last episode, but this isn't the end of the stuff about the Ashburton and the whole trip. So if you'd like to know how we planned this whole trip, or how to plan any general trip, and what it's like being away for 3 weeks, what to look out for, and all those little handy tips and advice, stay tuned for the video of Talking 4x4 over on the second channel. There'll be a link at the end of this video, possibly on your screen right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you over in the other video if you want to know what we have to go through to organise a big trip like that. Food, fuel, research, locations, all those interesting things that a lot of people probably don't think about. So I'll see you over there.